This is Sandstorm. This is Sandstorm. This is Sandstorm.
And you and I, there's a new land. The sanctuary, my sanctuary, where fears and lies melt away. What's left of me? What's left of me now? I watch you fast asleep. All I fear means nothing. And you and I, there's a new land. The sanctuary, my sanctuary, where fears and lies melt away. What's left of me? What's left of me? I just wait and won't sleep. My heart's a battleground. As my soul is in. We're one with that much never open up. As my soul is in. And you show me how to see that nothing is holding nothing. It's broken. And you and I, there's a new land. The
Connect yourself with the word, so you're always online. Sonic can run fast, but my lord is always on time. I was doing the word, but only to check off the list. My lord didn't do me like that, so why would I do him like this? It's time to push his agenda, even if the odds are stacked. Because he makes a way out of no way, and he's got my back. You feel the pressure, huh? That ain't even enough. We fall down, but now it's time to level up.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here for another Stormcast, and that is not what I wanted at all. There we go. There we are. Here we are. We are here for another Stormcast. We got Vito in the building. How you doing, Vito?
Good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
You hear me?
So, yes,
Can you
I
hear me?
can. Actually, as a matter of fact, I need to change this because it's actually going berserk. So there we go. That's better. I completely forgot. There we go. It reacts to, so, voila, new background-ish type of things that we got going on back here. Yeah, so the lights actually react, the white light reacts to the green screen on this side, so that's why it was giving a little fluttery effect. But we have some new things. I had to reestablish myself prior to being on the Prime podcast, the Nintendo Byte podcast on Wednesday, which was the longest podcast that I've ever been on. That's my boy. Prime is my boy. I don't know if I can do another 5 hours like that. That was quite a long time to be on a podcast. So, but yeah, so you got you got Ichigo back here, and this is my favorite form of Ichigo and his Bankai. Winged Dragon of Ra sitting up there. You've already met Dust Scythe and the Wing. This beauty right here. You already know who this is. The Queen. She's the Queen. Oh, yeah.
Storm. Yeah. Which one is it?
This is... Ooh. It says on the inside, but I can't read the glare. It looks like it's from... yeah, I can't read it because of the glare, because of the plastic.
Yeah. That's cool.
Marvel Tales featuring Spider-Man is the one. It says on the front one. Yep, it's issue 236. I like this one. She just got on the 2-piece. You know what I'm saying? Like she just yeah.
I think I like Thor Storm.
Okay.
The one that's in the comic.
Yeah.
It's not the.
I mean,
whatever's Trae.
I do still like the classic silver, bodysuit, but that was not bad. That was yeah. So anyway, she's your queen. Yeah, I wish on everything. Right. If I had, we all need some storms in our life. Them kind of storms. Yeah, so how y'all doing in the chat? It's a beautiful Saturday again. We're just having a little fun here. It is the second week. No, the first week still. No. The first entering week of March, and we are like, yo, you know what's wild? We're less than a month away from the Switch 2 reveal. Like we got like 4 weeks, and it's on the 2nd of April. It already feels like it's going by fast. Like I feel like we just got that. Like here it is, reveal. This is what it is. So it's surprising that like a month has gone by in between those two spaces. So February, it showed off in January. It's crazy. It's wild. But getting right into it, he caught the actual tweet. Oh yeah. Joycey. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say because because Risky already deleted the tweet. If anybody has it, it's probably gonna be Shadow, who actually has the tweet. We've been handing him.
Why y'all going to war with Risky on Twitter, man? Leave that man alone.
Man,
that man alone. Leave him alone.
He done got some heavy L's, man. It's crazy.
He's having a Drake year. Leave him alone. Leave Drake alone. He's a Drake fan. Leave him alone.
Leave Britney alone. She didn't do anything.
And they over there, fight back.
Right.
Fight back.
Yeah, this boy's funny. But anyway, so yeah. So how y'all doing? Real we'll do the icebreaker real quick because we actually got two things that we got to talk about today. The Mario's 40th anniversary, which is coming up, that I actually got from Prime, so shout out to him. And then the Switch, the original Switch, just had its 8th birthday. Ain't that wild? Well, technically it's 7, but in its 8th year on the market, it's crazy. It's crazy. Sitting at as the last time we got reports of numbers is 150,000. So it's like knocking on the door for the DS, and it is coming for the PlayStation 2. But with that being said, we are going to start off with our icebreaker. We'll do the usual icebreaker because we got so much to talk about. Vito, what you been playing lately, G?
I've been playing Dragon Ball Sparkle or whatever that thing is.
Sparking
Zero.
Yeah.
No, it's Sparkle to me. It's Sparkle. You know what I'm saying? Kind of make it feel a little weird. You know what I'm saying? Me saying it, so I like saying Sparkle. But I've been playing that. Of course, I know you see me online on Switch.
Yeah, getting back into it.
Nah. Tell them what I've been playing. Look on my.
Well, I can't get it now because the Switch is on the other side of the room. Oh. But the last time I saw you were actually playing Tears of the Kingdom.
I'm talking about you probably didn't even check that day that you were on because we were literally playing the same game for the same.
Oh, were you playing DC Universe? Oh, because that's the only one. If it was something else other than that, chances are it was probably Rare.
What's the other game that you've been playing on there? That's not really necessarily the full game.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Oh, yeah, you finally picked it up. Oh, how you like that? How you like Star Overdrive?
So yeah, I was messing around with it. I didn't get too far. I was up there just worried about just trying to get the mechanics of stuff and what I can and cannot do. You know what I'm saying? Making sure I die.
Right.
So I can come back. Let's just say water is not my friend. So of course I was up there just trying to do stuff on the water. You know what I'm saying? And I was kind of, but other than that, I mean, no. It was definitely pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I think just that opening area, when you finally like jump off that ramp or you go through the little loop and go into the little open area or whatever. At first it felt like a desert because that's what it is, and you're on a whole planet trying to find with your girlfriend or something like that. So I don't know what she is, but we'll figure that out when the game come out. So like just that first little part, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of messing around with that, but doing some exploring and seeing what I can do. It was dope. It was dope. I still got to get some more playing time in it. But what's crazy is it led me to actually go ahead and start playing what was it? Riders Republic.
Yeah. The
Yeah, so I
Ubisoft
started
game.
messing around with that. Yeah. Which, you know what I'm saying? I have my great gripes with the skateboarding part. It felt awkward. But everything else felt cool. So I don't know, it's weird. It was just that particular part that kind of messed me up. But the overdrive, the star joint overdrive or whatever, that literally kind of felt like Hi-Fi Rush or whatever. Meets Sonic, like you were saying. So you know what I'm saying? It definitely your description it fit right. It fit right. But definitely I like that. I like the mechanics of like jumping onto the board and hitting those tricks when you're in the air. The like what you can like actually what your board can kind of get on and stuff like that. The customization of the board, the like everything about it. I'm like, okay, no, this can be it. You know what I'm saying? This can be a nice little game. So still gotta play some more on that, but you know. But I got into, so I think, okay, you saw me on Tears of the Kingdom. You know what's crazy? I wasn't on Tears of the Kingdom when you saw me. I probably clicked on it, but then I clicked immediately off because I hit the wrong one, and I went over to Pokemon.
Okay.
So I was messing around on Pokemon or whatever like that. I was trying to see if I wanted to like restart the game. But because I transferred some Pokemon from my Pokemon Go over to my home, and I wanted to transfer it over to, because I was basically trying to see what can I transfer over to the
Scarlet and Violet. Yeah.
Violet. Yeah. So I was trying to figure out what Pokemon I can do that with, and I was messing around with that. So I was thinking about starting all over and transferring some Pokemon over and starting like a whole new team. See how that turns out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm holding off on that. Still messing around with Saints Row here and there. There was one other I was messing around with, because I'm literally going between all my systems basically, besides the computer, because you know can't do that right now. But what was my other one? I can't place which. Okay, wait. Oh! For some reason, I started playing. It was weird. I got done watching Dragon Ball again, Diamond, and for some reason, it made me want to play Naruto. So I was playing Naruto the other day, just messing around with that. But that's not really like something I'm actually playing. But there was one other that I was messing around with that I wanted to get back into when I get back into my system. I just can't think of it. It'll come to me later. Sandstorm. You talking to baby Sandstorm right now?
To her because she was informing me on some stuff. But I heard you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick. Y'all making a senior center?
Oh, it's up. Yeah. Yep, we are.
Where's it at?
Yeah. So, yes, our church is making a senior center. It is going to be, you know where Lincoln Playground is? Like right next to us? Okay, that back left corner, outside the gate, there used to be a house right there, right? We bought that out. So that's one part of it, but I think we have another piece like across the street.
I think I know what you're talking about. There's an area over there that's been kind of like abandoned for a minute. For a long time. Matter of fact, even when I was a kid, it was just kind of occupied with some craziness. Yeah,
they would just leave trash and stuff over in that little pocket. Yep. So
I got so many fights over there.
Yeah, that's the spot. So, yep, that's where they're breaking ground. Which should be a good thing. It actually is going to be this month, March 26th, something like that.
That's when construction begins, right?
Yep.
Or demolition.
Where they
like,
just
y'all,
yeah, you know, they take the shovel and they just stick the shovel in there and be like, we broke ground.
Oh, okay. Because they're trying to trying to do the
Yeah.
Akon City, except y'all gonna follow
Right,
through.
right. You know, we already got the shovel from Mount Zion itself, so you know,
Yeah.
yep. So, my bad, and horrible person of me. We did actually not pray in, so let's pray in real quick before we move any further with that. Wow, excuse me. One more.
Oh, shout out to your Pastor Mike and Pastor Moore. They came down for my uncle's memorial service.
Yeah,
So shout out to them for coming down. Thank you guys
yeah.
for that.
I found out last minute.
Didn't get a chance to see him. I didn't get a chance to see him, but you know what I'm saying, because
Right.
I had some stuff going on this way, but I didn't attend. But definitely I heard who was all there. That was cool.
I would have came down too, especially when it was family, but I didn't know until like the last minute. It would have been like mad money for me to get a plane ticket. I don't even know how they got down there.
Or you could have rolled with your cousin.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry,
Yeah.
my cousin.
To be honest with you, I even think Pastor might have drove. So, you know, Pastor don't drive himself. Pastor rode. So, yeah,
Mike drove.
So I could have rolled with them. I just like I said, I heard about it. Well, obviously I knew about it, but I heard about the actual celebration too late for me to be able to like get all the stuff in order to be able to come down there, or would have been down there easily. Yeah. So what up, Sam? Appreciate you coming through. What up, Square? We got to pray in. Hold on before we say what up to anybody else. Father God, thank you for allowing us the safe space here today. We thank you, Lord, for all the positivity that you bring to this space, this safe space, Lord. We thank you for friends and family that you're watching over and guiding and looking over. We thank you for each individual here that you have just blessed and continue to bless every single day. Thank you for my co-host, and thank you for our families. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. With that being said, what up, Samo? Square, what up? Dark Sun Rider, 8-Ball. Joycey, I said what's up earlier, but what's up again, Joycey? Appreciate you coming through. Exodia, how you doing? And Dark Void holding down the fort at the beginning. J Biggs, appreciate you coming through. So yeah, had to continue that. Now, anyway, so Vito seen what I was playing at first, and it's you can't save that demo, can you? You have to play it all the way through, right?
What do you mean by save?
Like, if I wanted to play a different game and I go back to play that, do I have to start off the demo all the way over? Yeah. See, I don't know either. I got to, I think, the third area, the little third area, and I was like, man, I need to play something else. And I was just like, you know what, I'll just close it out and just hopefully, because there's no like visible place for you to save. So I was just like, yeah, I hope it just saves for me. But if it doesn't, that's okay. I'll probably go.
I think it auto saves. But I don't know if you can like do multiple games.
Yeah. I mean, if it auto saves, that's great. If it didn't, then I'll wait a little bit to go back and play it a little more before the actual game comes out. But yeah, it is what it is. So I've been playing that. Actually toned down on DC Universe. Actually, DC Universe is now I gotta collect all my stuff before I go to bed game. Like I'll just play long enough to do my little daily or the little weekly thing, and then I'll go to bed and be good. Like I don't really punch a whole lot of time into it. Yeah. So I've been doing a little bit of that. Side note, and this actually leads me into my next game. You know what's crazy? I don't like this either. You know what's crazy? I took Baby Sandstorm has the PS4 at her mom's house, right? And so
Right.
before she left last time, I took the hard drive and all like the games saves and moved them over to the PS5 hard drive. So I'm like, all right, I'm Gucci. Like I'm good. I got everything I needed so I can continue to play those PS4 games, right? And so I went to go play the PS4 games and I kept starting at the beginning screen. And I'm like, I know I just moved my save over. And I look over into the save slot and it's like downloaded and uploaded a new save, overwriting my old stuff. And I'm like, yo, what in the world is this?
Yeah, I meant to tell you that if you're gonna transfer games from your PS4 to your 5, it's gonna do that. I had to restart. That's why you hear me say like if I did like Mafia or Mass Effect or something like that, or even Ghost of Tsushima, I had to like literally start completely over. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't get my saved files. It just transferred the game for some reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird.
It's stupid. Yes, Exodia, she has the PS4. Yeah. So what? So I'm like, I'm doing a little research or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And come to find out, and this is what I don't like. I hate this. This when you talk about anti-consumer, this is heavy anti-consumer to me. I had to go and because I don't have a PlayStation. What is their online thing? PlayStation Plus? Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, PlayStation.
Yeah,
PSN,
I didn't have
PSN.
a PSN account. Like I don't pay for it because I don't normally play online. And so what I found out is that I had to get a month subscription to PSN
to get that through the cloud,
and then upload and download my stuff. And I'm like, this is the worst thing ever. Like this is horrible. There's no reason that should even be a thing. And like as soon as I
want to say Xbox is the same way, to be
horrible,
honest,
bro. Like there's no reason why you need your PSN account to upload and download, and then like as soon as you do it, your PS4 is like, or your PS5 is like, oh, that's what you wanted. Okay, yeah, it's right here for you. You like, why? I just transferred the data.
I figured that out. I figured that out with the Miles Morales. Like, I was able to like get it over to the PS5, but I didn't have the file. But I still had like, I think I was still paying for my PSN, and I logged into my account, and then it downloaded through the cloud. You know what I'm saying? When I first got my PS5 or whatever, and I was able to actually get my save file from Miles Morales, but I didn't put like my other PS games that I actually saved, like from the PlayStation that had a disc that had saved files and stuff like that. Because you can actually just go into the PS store and just download the actual like game itself or whatever to your PS5, but your save data is not gonna come through until you do your PSN connection,
right?
Which is crazy. But I think Xbox is the same way. It's just I didn't notice it because I got the Game Pass, you know what I'm saying, and that comes with that whole Game Pass Ultimate. That comes with that whole thing. So like stuff through the cloud is automatically gonna come through there. So really, it's like this. You know how like you can click on the PS4 game?
Yeah.
You can click on that PS4 game and you don't have to like transfer it over or nothing like that. You just click on it and it starts playing, right?
Yeah.
That's the same thing with the Xbox. It'll do the same thing, except if you got your saved files on there, it's gonna bring your saved files up. But if you don't, like it'll just start playing the game and you have to start over.
Weird, man. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Hey, but see, this is a situation that Nintendo can capitalize on.
Okay, so check this out. So while it is a pain in the butt to move files over from from memory card. I was gonna call it a memory card from your from your SD card to SD card. That's all you have to do. Like you really don't need Nintendo NSO in order to move your stuff over it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easy. Like people do it from Switch to Switch all the time. So like it's so funny because the first thing I think of when I think of that is you remember back when the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox first came out, we saw that presentation and they were talking about DRM and all that other stuff of letting a friend play your game and stuff. And then PlayStation had that like short little trailer of this is how you let a friend play your game. And then they hand the disc over to the other person and they're like, finish. It's the same way. It's like Nintendo would be like, this is how you save on another console. Click, click, finish.
Yeah. But also too, they do offer that
they do
cloud.
They do offer cloud.
Which is definitely like half of my games on the Switch. Like is cloud. And you remember my frustration when I was like, yeah, my Pokemon Arceus didn't save or it didn't transfer the save file. Yeah, but it transferred my Bayonetta. It transferred everything else. It was certain games that were transferable and certain ones that weren't. So you have, you got your SD card situation, but you also got your,
the cloud saves. Yeah.
Cloud thing. So I see you say like basically when it comes down to like Xbox and PlayStation, even if you have the card or in this case the hard drive, that's your save file ain't coming along with it.
It looked like it did, but it didn't.
And look, you do the little transfer. You sitting up there waiting for it to load, and you got updates. You're like, okay, got some update. Okay. And you go in and be like, yeah. Hold on. Where's continue?
Right. Man, I did so to continue on with that. A perfect example. I was about to play Far Cry 6, and so like I hopped in. And then it said new game, and I was like, huh? Nah, and you definitely ain't about to make me start a new game for this game. And so I'm like, I'll just, I got to go back and look at the hard drive thing. And it shows the update of the hard drive of that game being updated. And it's that day. And I'm like, yo, this is BS. And so, so I go into the store and I'm looking around, like searching. And lo and behold, I see the Far Cry 6 like free upgrade. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna do that, and then while I do that, I'll go ahead and get this online because that's the only thing that's like really, stopping me from playing or whatever. So I did that, and then hopped into the Far Cry 6 PlayStation 5 version, and it said start new game. I was like, okay, so you can't, so the data doesn't move over. Once it's a PS4 game, it's always a PS4 game. You can just play the PlayStation 5 thing, but it's gonna save it as something separate. So okay, I got it. I got you. So I go back over to the 6 and it finally like worked. And I'm like, okay, that's what that needed. But it's weird too though, because I tried the same thing with Kakarot, right? Before I bought the online thing. And it's weird, bro. I'm telling you, it's weird. So it made me start a new game, but it like downloaded all the DLC that I had for that game. Like, and I'm just watching it because like when it goes into the startup screen, like immediately it'll show you like new game, even though it's like downloading stuff in the foreground and it's got like kind of that black or the like it's kind of grayed out a little bit. So like it's like searching for data or something like that, and then it just like is like throwing up these add-ons. So I'm like, oh okay, so now it's about to work regular. So this one's working, but the Far Cry ain't. And then it got done with loading up all the add-ons, and it was still like new game. I'm like, yo, this is dumb. This is stupid. Like so you read the save file, you read that I had the add-ons, the DLC stuff. You still not gonna let me play my PS4 game? Like, wow, that's bananas. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of that. That's so dumb.
Yeah, they with those grapes that you're saying right now, man. You know, I looked at stupid IGN and their little one of their little posts, and they was talking about the war is over. Who do you think won? PS or Xbox or something else? I was like, really? Y'all gonna do Nintendo like that?
Yeah, right.
I get it. I get it. I get what they was trying to do. But I was like, you gonna do Nintendo like that? But I was like, neither of them won. They both got their sucky moments, like for real. Like the consoles aren't complete, like for real. Like you were saying, like we should be able to get our little games that we transferred over with our save files from a hard drive onto the next to the new system we transfer that hard drive to. It shouldn't be. We shouldn't have to PSN it up and all this other stuff, man. It should be able to, like, I already paid stuff for this stuff. I don't need to be paying monthly or just to get my saved files off your cloud service.
That's so crazy, bro. I did not like that at all.
So by default, IGN, with that being said, even though I love my games, they both
So I got an opportunity to play both of those. And then the last thing I've been playing more Baldur's Gate 3, which is going pretty interesting. My dude's a samurai. I think I said this before. And just the story so far, I like it. I really do understand why this game hit and won Game of the Year that year. It's a good game. It's a good game. Samo suggested it, so shout out Samo for suggesting it. I really appreciate that. But I'm enjoying it. I'm getting my money's worth. I know he's like, you better be getting your money's worth because paying full price for it is crazy. But I got my money's worth. Real quickly here, because I didn't read off of everybody's list of what they've been playing. Dark Sunrider said that he's been playing Far Cry 5 and Split Fiction. Far Cry 5 I still kind of like better than 6 in certain aspects.
You know what? I gotta actually play it because I haven't played it, and I seen that new Dawn came out on Game Pass. So Far Cry 5 has been on Game Pass this whole time.
Yeah,
I definitely got to pick that up.
Far Cry 5 will make you. Far Cry 5 will make you feel some sort of way. It made me feel some sort of way. It's gonna make you feel some sort of way. Like just because like both of us is religious, and this man is. It's gonna make you mad. Like, so like in every Far Cry, there's a way for you to beat the game within like the first 15 minutes, right? They give you that option in this game, and I didn't hesitate to be like, no. Like, then this is the first time though for me. Like, in all the other games, I'm like, I want to wait, but like, I really just want to continue with the game. And this one, I'm like, nah, I'm coming for this dude. Pause. Like, your throat is slit. It's all over. Like, I don't like the way you treat me.
So they're ending the game quick in Far Cry 5. It's not like Far Cry 6 where basically you just choose like to say, nope, I ain't gonna fight with y'all, and then what I'm saying, it's over with. What I'm saying, everybody die, and you get the dictator takes over the country type stuff. Like nothing like that happened. This is like you go after him.
No, okay. So what happens is like basically you you show up at his church, if that's what you want to call it, and they're like, handcuff him. At that point, that's the choice. Like when you step up in there, you already are like, y'all ain't part of the religion I'm part of. Like, y'all definitely not part of the religion I'm part of. And my man stand there with his hands out, with the smile on his face, and they just wait for you to cuff him. If you don't cuff him, then they end up killing the people that you came with, and you end up being like, because he calls himself the Father. You end up being like, something to the Father, insinuating that you're part of his group. Nah, not me. Nah, I couldn't do that. Everything in me says, I don't think so. So I cuffed him without hesitation. And then stuff happens, and then, that's how you end up in the open world, is like basically you in this big old county by yourself. Yeah, man. That made me mad. My man's is smiling and everything. And he even gives you a Bible verse in the wrong context. That's what set me off. Like, nah.
Yeah.
No, wrong. And everybody behind is like, yeah, like, no. Yes.
Yeah, I might mess around with it. I know for a fact, knowing me, because if you watch me play any type of games, even though certain stuff might not sit right with me, I still would choose like the crazy stuff, just to be like, okay, I know this is what I gotta do to get up in the game, and get in the nitty gritty. Because honestly, I don't know how many times I looked at that when I was playing Far Cry 6, when they was like, hey, you want to leave this now, or you can just go now and get up on the boat and leave. You know how many times I jumped on the boat, about to hit that little button, be like, no. And I was like, nah. Yeah, because I don't want to, like, you about to go against Darth Gideon.
Yeah.
Or Darth,
yeah.
remember dude player?
Yeah.
Yeah, you about to go against him. Nah, I'm not.
That's Vito. I think Far Cry 5 is the only game out of all those games that really put some real pressure on you, to make you feel like, to really pressure you to not pick the other one. Like,
so like on 3, when was the choice? Because I don't remember.
So 3 was the island, right, with the guy.
Yeah.
The
famous, the one that got us all into really Far Cry.
Yeah. Dang it, it's right at the beginning. I'm trying to remember how that started off.
It's like you get shot out the air, right? Like you're in a plane with your brother and dad or something like that. Y'all get shot out the air or something.
Because they all have it. I know 4 is the one where you bury your family, right? You go to bury your parents because of their ashes. Yeah, he said 4 is in Asia. Yeah. Because 4, you go up to the dude and he's like, I'll be back. I need to go handle some business. And you hear him like basically killing off some people. And then if you wait for him, if you wait long enough, I think it's 15 minutes. If you wait long enough, he'll come back and he'll be like, all right, come with me. Let's go take your ashes up the mountain. And that's it. that's the end of the game.
Yeah.
But 3, yeah, maybe I need to go back and play 3.
Yeah, now I'm trying to think. Like, I don't remember the choice at all. And you know what's crazy? That could be the whole thing about Far Cry. It could have been in Far Cry 1, like you get the choice.
Yeah, I think it is. I think every single game presents a choice for you to like just beat the game straight, within the first 15, 20 minutes of the game.
Yeah. Samo said he thinks we were on vacation on the
island. Okay. I know, because so in 5, man, I even knew where it was gonna be, not like ahead of time, not like researching, but like they present it in a way, you know what I'm saying? Like for you to know, like, okay, here's where the choice comes in. If that man wasn't smiling in my face like that, I probably would have it probably would have been a little bit easier of a pill. But he's just all. I'm like, he's smiling in my.
You know you
smiling in my face. Like, I swear on everything, if I had a gun right now, I'm popping you and all your friends. Like, smiling in my face like that. You smiling in my face? Smiling in my face? You smiling in my face?
I don't know what it is about like video game smiles, but I feel the same way. Like somebody be smiling on a video game, I'd be like, I'll shoot you. Like real hard. Like I don't even know if this like that don't even sound right, but you know, I'm about to shoot you real hard. Like what?
You smiling in my face for? You smiling on my face?
All right, what's funny? Like what just happened? Wait, who you talking? Who you think you're smiling at?
That's why I love the James Bonds, man. You get in the Golden Eyes, everybody got a smile. Like,
so everybody going, everybody getting capped.
They get shot, still smiling.
Hey, that's like Saints Row 2. When I was up there playing it, there was a person that I was shooting. I don't know if it was a glitch, but they kept smiling because normally they sit up here and like if they're smiling, their facial, you know, drop like like oh snap, like something happened. This person kept smiling. So I was like, oh, that must be a glitch. That's crazy.
Empty the whole clip.
I'm up here. They up here. Body limp and they smile. I'm like, ooh, that is a glitch. Let me leave this person alone.
You're shooting them still so much they start moving on the ground.
Sliding. Ain't no blood no more. They just slide.
They've been drained. Pause, and they just slide all over. He's got a gun. Smile now.
Oh, and then I forgot. You know, on Saints Row, too, they got the people that stop to take the picture, so you hear it. Like, oh wait, who's taking pictures now?
Who's taking pictures?
No witnesses. No witnesses. Nah, they got like 2 bodies sitting up here. Now I'm doing the bomb, like the grenades and stuff, and now everybody just. I'm making everybody fly up in there, like everybody getting it. I'm even flying in the air.
Oh man.
Oh.
So yeah. Oh, hold on. So he said Far Cry and Split Fiction. Split Fiction is relatively new, I believe.
Yeah, that just came out, didn't it?
I believe so. Let me know how that game is, because a lot of people are saying it's actually pretty good. Square said still the same old Fortnite and Pokemon Go. Waiting for Xenoblade Chronicles X definitive edition to break this live service game streak I got going on. Hey, you and me both, man. It's at the end of the month. We got less than 20 days to wait for it. He did say it was pretty cool. Shaun White snowboarding section in it. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Shout outs to Shaun White snowboarding. I remember that game. I had a lot of fun with that game, though the controls weren't the best.
Oh, what is that?
No, it's so you know, Split Fiction, they like go into like almost like different worlds or different like creative realms or whatever. So the Shaun White snowboarding must have like its own section in the game where the girls like are like Shaun White. Oh, Tony Hawk. Shaun White / Tony Hawk. Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay.
Square said I'm holding off on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet 2. I feel like I'll get one of them to finally transfer Pokemon from home that can't go to Arceus, Brilliant Diamond, or Shield. I mean, I like the game. I know everybody gives it a whole lot of crap, especially for the performance issues. I enjoyed the story. I think, Vito, you like the story of it. It's mostly the performance side, right? Scarlet and Violet.
What was it? Uh, y- yeah, and it really wasn't too much of the performance either. It was more of like yeah, with some of the frames
Yeah.
dropping drastically to N64. But yeah, no, it was the I think the main highlight, yeah, was for me like the storyline and just hearing that Scarlet was like how Scarlet was, like that whole story, like how it
Hmm.
intertwines and stuff like that and how it works. But yeah, no, it was straight for me.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah,
storyline.
I'm thoroughly enjoying it or enjoyed it. Both DLCs too. Really like the DLCs. The second DLC was great. Um,
I still haven't played my
oh man,
DLC
it's
yet.
so much fun. Um, but I think in order to get past the second one, you have to beat the Elite Four, or get into the second one, you have to beat the Elite Four. Um,
Oh, that's
yeah.
no problem.
So
I'm already beating them without even beating them already. You know what I'm saying? We souped up around.
so shout outs to Brand Smith. Appreciate you coming through. Yeah. Throw up them likes. Throw up them likes. Dark Sun said when I signed in on my Series X, all my saves and everything was already there. I kept playing from where I left off. Yo, you lucked out because my stuff was not that, and I was mad, not happy. J Big said before I got my Series S in 2023, I last played my Xbox One in either late 2016 or early 2017 before trading it for my first Switch. The last game I played was Gear of War Remaster. Okay. Dark Sunrise said split fiction is amazing. So many game genres are on display in this game. It tops It Takes Two. Okay. It's by the same developer, so I'm not surprised. Let's see. He said, I just beat New Dawn. Didn't realize it was 5 or 6. I stayed away from New Dawn. Well, Vito already know why I stayed away from New Dawn. The eyes. I don't mess around with that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Eyes.
the symbolism.
No, Don had symbolism. Oh, well, I mean, it's the sequel to 5, ain't it? Or
No, it's the
spinoff
sequel to
or
5, or like what happened
DLC to it, right?
directly after. I also
Yeah.
didn't play it because you don't ever kill the father. I'm spoiler alert. I'm just letting you know. You don't ever kill the father. Like, and that makes me mad. That irritates me. Irritates me to my soul. And the reason why they did that.
But are you able to kill him in the DLC of 6?
Oh, is he in 6? Is he in that DLC?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
He is.
Well, let me finish 6 first before I buy the DLC, and then we'll talk. Because me and my boy, shout outs to my boy Josh, the upper echelon. You know, that's our like talk about life and you know while we game, and so. Like when he found out, like when we were playing Far Cry 5 and he found out it, he was so mad. He was so mad. So if that's the case where you can actually kill them off, including the father, I will buy the DLC for him. We about to bust some heads. Pause. Like we finna take some people out. And not to lunch. And not to dinner. Like it's about to for real happen. Because I can't stand that dude. He's great. That's a great villain right there. I can't stand him. Let's see. J Big said he was playing more Echoes of Wisdom. Samo giving us the details on New Dawn. Scarlet and Violet DLC Game of the Year. I love Scarlet and Violet DLC. Both of them were really good. And I like your little rival in that. Like he's actually a competent. Yeah, the cult father. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. What up, Black? Appreciate you coming through. He said I'm so bored of games and I can't wait for April 2nd. I feel you. It's getting a little dry, but it is a good time. It's a perfect time to get on them backlogs. It's definitely a perfect time. If you haven't picked up any last minute games that you wanted to pick up, and you don't think it's coming to the Switch too, highly suggest picking them up to play them, because we got 2 months for this thing to happen, and we're a month away. So I said 2 months. We're actually a month away, so that's crazy. They give you the option after the end of New Dawn. Oh, okay. I don't know if I want to do that. I just said symbolism. I don't know if I want to go through.
Option?
Huh?
What's the option?
He said they give you the option at the end of New Dawn to kill him. Yeah.
Well, I'll just play New Dawn.
Yeah. I don't know.
And forget all the frustration of the
shoot him, put 2 more bullets in him for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I live vicariously through you. You let the clip go, reload, let the clip go one more time for me. And I promise you I will be satisfied with the man dying. We could pretend like the kill was both ours. It just stay at your house.
Yeah.
So thank you everyone for all your suggestions, or not suggestions, but the games that you were playing so far in our icebreaker. If you happen to have just joined and you see the icebreaker and you want to throw out what games you have been playing lately, please do. We will still shout them out. He said, nah, Far Cry 5 is crazy good story. Yeah, the story is great. I love the story. We're playing, the last mission was good. Yeah, I love the story of Far Cry 5. Just not the DLC. There's certain things I won't subject myself to with symbolisms and stuff like that. Yeah, especially with that. Like, to be honest with you, even in Zelda, I don't spend a whole heck of a lot of time with the Sheikah. Like,
that is crazy.
for the same reason. And they even, like, in the N64 ones, they have things called Sheikah stones, which are stones that know everything. Every stone. If you wear the mask and you talk to them, they will tell you hints and different stuff about different people around the world, like around the world of Zelda. And I was just like, And then you find out what the Sheikah did and why there are no more Sheikah in that game. And it's like, yeah, that's exactly who you guys were. You're them. They are you. You like that. And you were with the royal family? Yeah. No, y'all were definitely them. Y'all were definitely them. Besides the crazy religion, what symbol? Oh, yeah. And so not in the main game of Far Cry 5. I'm not talking about that. The DLC New Dawn is their symbol is the eye, the all-seeing eye. Is that right, Vito? Yeah. And that whole Illuminati stuff, and I don't mess with that. Like, I stay clear of that kind of stuff. So but yeah. So our first order of business, before we get into it, get into our second main piece, we're going to do this in order. Mario is turning 40, and I know this is a ways out, but this was actually a good conversation that we had on the Nintendo Byte podcast. Mario's turning 40 in July, actually, on Baby Sandstorm's mom's birthday. Ironically so. It's weird. But he's turning 40. It's his 40th birthday. And so kind of thinking about just what we've experienced in the past with Mario, as far as the anniversary celebrations and stuff like that, and just the different things that they've shown off. Vito, what are some of your experiences, like just in your lifetime, how has your experience been with Mario, like even just up until this point?
Meaning like games or just like as an icon?
Yeah, games, icon, just any, just in any and every aspect.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he's like the perfect little mascot for Nintendo. You know what I mean? He's been in all of our lives. We got introduced to Nintendo with Mario and attached with that. So I mean, it's like it's post. That's like the poster boy. That's the Goku of
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo. So when I play games of Mario, I always feel like these are like show you what the console can do type games. You know what I'm saying? And it always feels like it brings out the best of the system, or at least a quarter of the best or something. I don't know, basically half of the best or something. It feels like, you know what I'm saying? It feels right, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like thinking about like Mario tennis, Mario golf. I'm just talking in general. I ain't talking about
Yeah.
Just Super Smash Bros. Luigi, the Mario Party. Oh, just the whole franchise within itself. It just feels like it really brings out the best in each system, and it's fun to play. You know what I'm saying? When you just want to kind of just relax or something like that, and you don't really want too much craziness going on with your game or something like that, throw on a Mario game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Different flavors for you. You know what I mean? For each system too. That's what's crazy. I guess there was of course we know about the soccer game. Of course there was a basketball game we didn't get for like the main consoles, but it was for what that was, 3DS or something. Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like Mario, he's Mickey Mouse. He's well, for Sega type stuff purposes, he's like the Sonic. You know what I'm saying? He's like the Michael Jordan or the Bugs Bunny of Looney's. Like he's like that. The big guy. You know what I'm saying? The one that really kind of carries the weight of the company sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So. But definitely, man, he's an icon. He's a Goku. You know what I'm saying? like his legendary look. Like you can dress up as Mario for Halloween and not have like a costume made from a Nintendo shop or something like that. You can literally just get some overalls, a red shirt, boots, and a red hat, and people know exactly who you are. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, like Mario in general for me is just he's part of my culture growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like video game culture. Even if I don't have a Nintendo, even if let's just say like one of my cousins, he never owned a Nintendo, right? But he still knows who Mario is. You know what I'm saying? That's what Mario is. He's just an icon. I think he's a pop icon. He's up there with it's crazy to say, but he's up there with Michael Jackson's and the Beatles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's really up there. So definitely. But as far as like gaming and stuff, again, like when I play those games, I do get whisked away in a whole other world, and I feel like it brings out the best in whatever system that I'm playing it on. You know what I'm saying? Even though some people kind of debate on some of the Switch releases, like the golf or whatever, Mario Golf on Switch, or some people even didn't like. I heard some people didn't like. I don't know how true this is, but tennis on Switch, I enjoyed them. I enjoy both of them. You know what I'm saying? So, he's definitely just a staple in my upbringing.
Yeah. So for me, well, hold on. So Itzer said his first time experiencing experience with Mario was on the 2600, which is crazy. The original Mario Bros. Dark Sunrider said, "Here's the standard. He can be placed in any game and not be out of place." Which, yeah, I agree with that. Sam O said, "I wasn't a big fan of Mario younger. Sonic was my guy. But when the Wii came out and the side-scrolling game came out, I had a lot of fun throwing people into lava." Yeah, new Super Mario Bros. That started that whole thing. Said that's where I first experienced Pac-Man 2, the worst version of Pac-Man ever made. But I was 7, I knew it. Yeah. So for me, yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. Like Mario, I think as of right now, Mario is probably the most popular like mascot. People who don't know him, people who don't play video games, people who have no interest in video games, have never touched a video game in their life, they know who Mario is, right? He's that popular like a figure. And really, I was saying this before, is the only two people who really knew Mario, or the only two people who like were like number 1 and number 2 for the longest time was Mario and Mickey, right? I think now, even so, Mario is more popular than Mickey at this point. You don't see Mickey as often. Of course, he has, Disney World, Disneyland, all these other Disney places. But Disney is now so much synonymous with all their other people, so much so that Mickey doesn't stand out as much as he did before. Where I think Mario is very much like, people, when you say Nintendo, they think Mario. You know what I'm saying? The mustache guy. My experiences ever since I remember playing video games, first playing video games. Shout out to my brother. My older brother passed away when I was 7. He's the one who got me into video games, and it just so happened the first game that I ever got into was Mario Bros. He had the NES front loader, where the original. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
And then you slide that boy in, and you push it down. You do a little jiggle. You know what I'm saying? When it started looking, you leave the lid open and then do the like the flash of the main screen where you pick your 1 player, 2 player, and then it turn off, and then it turn back on. You be like, you know what I'm saying? He's the one who got me into video games in the first place, and it just so happened that Mario was the first. Yeah, and that's the same with Luigi too. And yeah, agreed. Mario and Luigi, really. But so that was like really my first experience playing Mario. Everybody knows the theme song. Da 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 da. And then moving into the Super Nintendo era, I told this story on the Nintendo Byte podcast, but my cousin Aaron used to live in Detroit, and he had a Super Nintendo in the basement, and he had like, I think at the time he had 5 games. He had Super Mario World, Desert Strike, the helicopter game, Super Punch Out, Mario Kart, and Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I would play Super Ghouls and Ghosts the first level and would always die early. That game was like kind of creepy, but realistically it wasn't as creepy as Super Mario World. I would always play the 3rd slot and get all the way to the haunted house, and that door will open up and the music, I'm like, yo, and like 7-year-old me, I think at the time was like, this is way too creepy to be playing downstairs in the basement by myself. Like, I don't like this. Like, I will never get past this level because it's too creepy for me. So it's crazy. Mario had some of the best music. You know what I'm saying? Like early on, even on the Super Nintendo, one of my favorite soundtracks of all time is Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. And that music just pops. It's just like a happy feeling. I know you remember the Mario Brothers movie back in the day with John Leguizamo and what's the other guy's name? Not Joe Pesci. That's not who it was. I can see his face. He was Smee and Hook. But anyway, even watching that movie, you know what I'm saying, the Mario movie, I thought it wasn't as bad when I was a kid. If I probably went back and watched it now, I'd be like, this is trash. But it's just crazy that Mario was, and then the Super Mario TV show, right? We're the Mario Brothers, hooked on the brother. Yeah, like that they were really doing something back then to really push Mario. And then they had like all these franchises, like you said, like these spin-off stuff, these spin-off games for Mario. As far as like Mario Golf and Mario Tennis and Mario Kart and technically Super Smash Bros. Like all these spin-offs, Mario RPG, Luigi and Mario. Like there were so many of these spin-offs that like if you didn't like the 2D side-scroller Mario, there's something here for you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Mario even showed up in Punch Out. You know what I'm saying? He was the referee in Punch Out. You know.
Oh,
He was reffing at the time. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to play games anymore. He didn't want to save his queen, princess. So it's crazy how often he got his face in, and now he's just like so big of an icon that anybody can recognize him, even if they haven't played like a single game. That's just how popular he is. And then just even all the way up until now, you know, we've got the new Mario movie, which is at the time was one of the highest selling, well, still is one of the highest selling animations of all time. Mario teaches typing. That's funny. It's just crazy where one mascot is still around, where like a plethora of other mascots have fallen off. You know what I'm saying? Like, not too many people know about the football mascots these days, and not too many. Well, and even imperfect example, Six Flags was probably one of the biggest ones to bring out a mascot, right? With the Looney Tunes, right? You don't see them anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy that they've stuck with, and even Sega. Sonic is still relevant, right? Because he has his movies and stuff like that. So they've managed to keep him relevant in the world. But like Halo and Xbox, like Master Chief isn't as big of a mascot as he used to be back in the day. Sony has, I like struggle to say, have they really had a mascot? But I always feel like they changed their mascot when they changed their like system.
They change it.
Yeah.
They change it. Yeah, you know, they have changed their mascots, and to be honest, it's not even a mascot. It's
A
more of like
representative.
a character representative. Like they don't really have a mascot.
Yeah.
It's I mean, neither does Xbox, and honestly, I don't think that's what they're actually aiming for. You know what I'm saying? I think at the time of making what they were making, they probably looked at like Mario as like, oh, that's the kiddie stuff. That's always going to be the kiddie game with the mascot type, this, that, third, and not go with a official mascot You know what I mean? And honestly, that to me, honestly, I feel like that's hurting them big time, of course. Or not hurting them, but it hurts. There is a lane that does kind of, you know what I'm saying, take them out of.
Attaches a face to a brand. Instead of just a brand.
Yeah, because like especially by them being a Japanese company, and you look at Japan, like every city has a mascot that represents its city. I'm sure if they have states or something like that, however that goes, they have a mascot for that. Like, I'm looking at mascots right now on Twitter, like as I, you know that what's that the mascot that otter mascot that always popped, that was spamming up on everybody's like feed and stuff like that.
The who mascot?
Like it started with a C or something like that. It was like that and it. They were like doing like crazy stunts or whatever. Right? Like that's a little mascot that is a parody of another mascot. So it's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay.
Yeah. Like even Geico doesn't even really do the gecko as hard as they used to do, you know?
Not as hard. But at the same time, they kind of do. They've been trying to bring it back. For a minute and stuff. I've been seeing a little more gecko commercials, but they got to make them, like, the thing about it is now it's like now you have to kind of make them more cutesy, not realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to make them more cartoonish. You know what I mean? Because that's what's appealing to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And Mario over the years has been, look at the first Mario compared to now.
Right.
Like image kind of changed. You know what I'm saying?
You could see the leather on his jeans. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not even that. It's his eyes. Like I forgot what he said, but basically, like he has like it's like this cute look thing that goes on with like psychology. I forgot what they said, but it's the eyes. Like his eyes are big,
his eyes
heck, right? Like it's big eyes, and it's the same thing with like Powerpuff Girls or something like that. Their eyes were big and stuff like that. These mascots over in Japan, their eyes are big, and it's like it's appealing to the child or us. You know what I'm saying? It's like a cutesy-woosy thingamajigger. Like it's appealing, opposed to you can't cuddle up with no Kratos. Like you can't get a Kratos stuffed animal or something like that.
The little baby Kratos, give him the Daima Kratos.
Yeah, you can't Daima Kratos. You know what I mean? But like Sonic, same thing. Like Sonic's always actually had that look. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like so that's like a little thing that I noticed. Even with like Mickey Mouse, his appearance ain't really. It's
changed over the years, but as of recently, I feel like it's kind of stayed the same.
It's not. Yeah, like I think the closest that it can actually, like if they were to do like the baby Mickeys and stuff off of Clubhouse. You know how Clubhouse or the Mickey Mouse Club now has like their baby versions and stuff like that. Like that's a hit. People like that Mickey and stuff like that, but our Mickey ain't really appealing like that. I seen him in Disney World when I went to Disney World a while back, and I was like looking at him like, "Oh, what up, dog? Where the rest of the mascots at?" You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what up, man? Yeah, we're trying to take pictures and do all that.
What's good?
No.
That's funny. Hold on. So Square said N64 is the most I really played Mario games, or with Mario. 90% of the time after the game that includes Mario that I play, Smash and Mario Kart, only the occasional 3D like Odyssey. I feel that. What up, Game Bird? I appreciate you coming through. Shout out to Game Bird, man. If y'all have not had the opportunity to go over to Game Bird's channel and subscribe, please do as such. He was on the Nintendo Byte podcast with us for the full 5 hours. last Wednesday, a couple days ago. But yeah, appreciate it. Thank you for coming through. I really appreciate you. Let's see. Ib said the funny thing is, even the worst Mario game is still good. You can't say that about Sonic yet. Yeah, that's true. He said, I hate to say it, but despite how crap it looks, Minecraft will beat Mario movie in profits. Oh yeah, of course, because it's Minecraft. Yeah, Exodia said they're leaving money on the table by not having a mascot. Lots of people see Lara Croft as Sony's mascot, even though it came out on Saturn first. I think that was only, and I think he's talking about PlayStation 1. But I to be honest with you, I even think back then I always thought Sweet Tooth was their mascot from Twisted Metal, because I knew that game came straight.
To be honest, I thought Spyro was a mascot.
Yeah, and Crash. Yeah.
Both of them, I thought both.
So okay, so real talk, I thought both of them were their mascot at first until I found out that those games were made by somebody else. So then I was like, what? Then like, what games does Sony make? And then like that was one of the games came up, and I do remember them showing off like quite a few trailers of Twisted Metal when it first came out. So I was like, oh, maybe it's Sweet Tooth then. That's their mascot. But then that really changed really fast when the PlayStation 2 came around, because I was like, where's the Twisted Metal game? They and there is one that came out. I believe it's Twisted Metal Black, unless that was for PlayStation 3. But I was like, maybe they got a new mascot or something. And that's, you know, obviously when God of War became a thing and all that. So, but yeah. Yeah, definitely they don't have no official mascot. It's weird because I thought, you know, PlayStation
as
3
of right
came around.
as of right now, like you said, they changed.
Mhm.
As of right now, their official mascots, or quote unquote, is girl from Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, Aloy.
Kratos.
Aloy.
Kratos. Surprisingly, Eve. They're really pushing Eve as a mascot right now. And
Astrobot. And
because technically Astrobot is literally should be the only one. And I think that's honestly their cutesy wootsy right there.
Yeah,
Astrobot.
that's the one that they should be pushing heavy.
But definitely like Aloy is in there.
Mm-hmm. And Kratos, because he survived. Kratos is the only one to survive, or the one who survived the longest, which is crazy.
Yeah, he's been through. It's like Cash Money Records. You know how Wayne was at he was with the first Cash Money run, and then he had the second Cash Money run. Like, yeah, that's Kratos. That's Kratos. So yeah, nah, Kratos has definitely been there longest. But yeah, and then of course your Gran Turismo, which is no mascot, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying, like,
yeah.
So
I don't know which one you're talking about, Eb. He said, what was the game with the blind chick that could fly about and walk on any surface that they can?
no.
You about to make me look it up. Yeah, I don't know. It's showing me everybody but the one that I need. I know all of y'all, and y'all not it. Yeah, I don't know. You're gonna have to help me out, or at least what system you talking about. Squared said, you know who would have just said Astrobot is already more iconic? Oh yeah, we already know. Could change gravity.
What was it
Had
called?
a cat with them. Could change gravity and had a cat with them.
Oh snap! I'm totally lost on that one.
Yeah,
I can't even.
Yeah, I don't know. Did we get that over in the States?
You know, that's a good question.
Because
That is a good question. There's certain stuff we didn't get that could have been very, very popular.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna need more to go off of. Unless you talk, well, I was gonna say unless you're talking about Last of Us, but she ain't changing no gravity. So, yeah. So I say all that to say, the birthday, Mario's birthday is coming up. With the Switch announcement. Oh, Gravity Rush. Okay. With the Switch 2 announcement around the corner, and Mario's official birthday being 2 months from then, do you think they'll do anything big for Mario's birthday? Whether that's like in gaming or outside of gaming, you know, with their amusement park, just in any kind of form or fashion, movie, any of that.
Oh, definitely with the amusement park. If we're talking about a movie like a part 2 of Mario, I wouldn't be surprised if they show us some kind of trailer or something like that, or have an announcement about a part 2. You know what I mean? That'll definitely be not out of character. But you know what I'm saying? It just really depends on how much they're putting into this this new console. You know what I'm saying? Like how much promotion and things of that nature and attention and stuff. Even though I know that these are 2 different studio type things or whatever. Like you can work on a movie and have your console coming out. I don't know. I'm not sure if they would have they'll do something like super big, but definitely I can see them doing something, you know what I'm saying, at Nintendo World. You know what I'm saying? Just, I mean, it's Mario's birthday. You got to do something for the main man that's been making you money. That's still making you money. You know, so of course, yeah, definitely do some special editions of stuff. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah, it's because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I think that the amusement park here, or the one in Florida, I think that opens May something, May 20 something or other, 22nd or something like that. So I think to just like, you know, have a big all-out celebration for Mario within that same year that you open up that section of the park and stuff at Universal, I think that's huge. I think that'll be pretty cool and pretty big. What I really want, what I really want though, I didn't think about this until after the podcast on Wednesday, but what I really want is, you know how many times, hold on, let me put this on pause, because this is some real stuff. I want to be as serious as possible. Every time that we've seen Miyamoto go up on stage or do a presentation and this man is flossing a new shirt, like a new Nintendo shirt of something, I need those to be available. like stop holding out on us, because he be coming through, you know what I'm saying? Like the stuff be clean and he just be walking in like, hello. You be like, yo, that's kind of dope. Let me see if I can. Not available. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's from his personal. Let Miyamoto unleash the Miyamoto collection. Give me the Miyamoto collection of shirts. That's what I really want. Mario, all of them. Just give me the Miyamoto, because you know he like I want to just see what it's like to just come out with a Nintendo tee, you know what I'm saying, and just a nice little blazer, look real casual with it. Like, oh hey, you know what I'm saying? Oh, what's up? You know, oh this new Mario, this new drip. Oh yeah, this is hot. Yeah, I know. Where did I get it? Oh, I can't even tell you.
my grandmama got it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I want them to, and then after you do the Miyamoto collection, do the Reggie collection. You know what I'm saying? Just real quick. Do the Aonuma collection real quick. You know, just get the drip out. You know, pause. But I think it would be. I think that would be really dope. I think they will probably show us some sort of trailer finally, or at least with the Mario movie too. And if they don't, maybe we get kind of like they did last time, like the full cast. You remember like they did kind of like a video or something like that of like the cast talking about how they were excited to, you know, and all that. So if they have new characters or something like that, they can, you know, bring in the new faces to that cast. I think that would be really cool. Will they do that? I don't know. Maybe we just get a little something, just like a little quick little trailer, a little teaser of what's to come. You'll have to make two. What? Nah, get out of here, man. He said you'll have to make do with the Timu Nintendo drip. Nah, get out of here, Em. Absolutely not. He said is the risky guy band is too pleasant. No. What I think happened is like me and Shadow. I don't want to say it it was lethal dose, but I don't want to say it in like the rudest way possible. But he got a lethal dose today. Like it was bad. It was bad. And I think he has been trying to respond, but like
You talking about?
risky.
Oh,
But this man does not right, Timu. Nobody want that. You know what I'm saying? But basically, you know, rest in peace, Risky. He doesn't own a Nintendo Switch or a PlayStation 5. So, you know, we kind of beyond him at this point. And we've seen no proof of ownership. So this man's a clown, you know. And Prime retweeted it, so everybody knows now. It's not just the storm troops community. Everybody knows at this point. So now it's been put as.
so wait. So there's real beef or something? Like what you saying?
I'm just saying he don't want to come around the block. Because this is mess around and this is find out, and that stuff is lining up, and he messed around and found out. So
When that happened,
literally today.
This is a safe place.
I mean, basically, you know, it actually stemmed from the conversation like a few days ago, and basically I was just like, so risky. You don't own a Nintendo Switch, and like he never answered back. So I was like, wait a minute. So you telling me you don't own a Nintendo Switch? And then he was like, who? I was like, you. And he was like, do you own one? I'm like, stop playing with me. Don't play with me. You already know. But I know you don't own a Nintendo Switch. And then he went to go write something, and Shadow put, and then he deleted that tweet. And so Shadow was like, Risky, it's been confirmed that Risky does not own a Nintendo Switch. And so like Prime got on there and was like, wow, like you can see on our conversation that he went and physically deleted it says like the author ended up deleting the message. And it was like, wow. So we basically have been burying him, and you know he's still coming with it's a fact that PlayStation is Detroit. I'm like, you don't own either system. You have no room to talk. Like the conversation is now over. You have no room to talk because you don't own either one of the systems. So who's gonna listen to you at this point?
Well, it would be different if you. I would still play the game if you own one of the two systems. You don't own the PlayStation 5 and you don't own the Switch. Why am I having a conversation with you at this point? Like, go away, go play with somebody else. But no, he's not banned. He's more than welcome to come on the show at any point in time. Just know if he ever comes on the show, I will continuously tell him that he doesn't own either one of those systems. He
The way you was making it sounded like y'all fell out. That's all. Like, what
nah, we
happened?
ain't fall out.
That just sound like just normal. That just sound like normal
Yeah.
trolling stuff. So okay, regular schedule program. Hey guys, hey,
Yeah,
it's false
no,
alarm, false alarm.
risky, just a
False
broke
alarm.
boy.
Sandstorm just, you know what I'm saying, he trying to, you know what I'm saying, unload the clip a little bit on his trash talking on
Yeah, I've
Risky.
saved up a
Okay.
lot.
So,
I feel like I've saved up a lot. You know, I feel like I've been home back. Yeah, it's funnier when he spouts his nonsense. Who's gonna be our resident full? Oh, don't think that he's gone. Don't think that he's forever not here. Like, he's just gonna be silent for a little while, and then he'll slowly make his way back over. He always does. Don't worry. I'm sure he'll be back. He will definitely be back. He said, "Hey, didn't they say that Mario Movie 2 is out mid 2026? About time for some info. Who will play the best prince?" Yeah, no, and that's what I was saying. Is like I definitely think that they'll show us some stuff for his birthday. It's mid 2026, so let's say summer. That gives you about a year to mess with. I definitely think that they will show it off in that aspect. Like they'll give you the cast of the new people and all that. So I did go in on Prime's podcast too, but it was only on my side of the channel. Prime could see the whole thing, of course, but on my side of the channel, we were just going back and forth. This actual conversation that I'm talking about is on Twitter. You can easily find it because Prime shouted me and Shadow out, and Shadow retweeted it, so it's like it's all over the place at this point. Funny conversation, funny stuff. Dang, I almost lost what I was talking about before that. Oh, so I think so here's the deal. I don't think they will show off, besides Mario Kart, for the April 2nd showing. I don't think they'll show off a Mario game. I think they'll wait until closer to showcase season to show off a Mario game, or even during his anniversary, which is July 14th, they may show something off. And they may even hold the whole presentation until July. You may be looking real funny like, Nintendo didn't go this year. What happened? Like, we supposed to get some games and we didn't get any. They just waited till the anniversary to show you some stuff. So I think I think there'll be a game. I just don't think it'll get shown off when the Switch 2 gets shown off. I think it'll be at a later time. But I do think that they will do some amusement park related stuff as well, because California doesn't have their amusement park yet. I think you get to see a little more on what's going on in Cali as far as their stuff. They'll show off what, the new stuff in Japan and then the stuff in Orlando. Part of me wants to say that they're not going to go super hard. Pause. On this anniversary, but I almost feel like either 45 or 50th is going to be like the big one, like super big, especially for the brothers together, Mario and Luigi, 10 more years. I think that's going to go crazy. But I just think over the year they may spill out some extra stuff. You can get a Mario special edition controller that doesn't look like any of the other Mario controllers that they're going to throw out for a limited time. You can get the Mario Switch that doesn't look like any of the other Marios for just a bunch of limited time stuff. You know what I mean? I think those kinds of things will happen. Ib said I could see it being something really random like Peaches, Castle, and Power Wash Simulator or something. Yeah, oh wow, that's really random. But yeah, stuff like that. I definitely think there'll be some like real random stuff. I it would be dope if they did bring back the basketball game, to be honest with you. I think that'd be so or give us the football joint.
That would be.
Give us the football joint. The actual football, not soccer.
The football one?
No, I'm saying like give us a football one.
How would that even work though? You know what I'm saying? Do we have enough characters for it?
Yeah, of course we do. And then you just feel
outside of Smash characters.
Yeah, you got enough characters.
That ain't even part of.
You don't even have to make it a whole like what is it, 18 on 18?
You can do an NBA, NFL Street type thing.
Yeah, you can do it with less characters. But even if you did do 18 on 18, it's easy. All you got to do is just move all the people who are not as important and just trade them with Goombas or Turtles.
11. It's 11. 11 on 11.
Oh, 11 on 11. Thank you. 11 on 11. Yeah, you can just trade them in with Goombas and Turtles and call it good. You know what I'm saying? Like make your like star positions. Like you need one, kind of like how Retro Bowl is. You know what I mean? Like you got your tight end, your wide receiver, you want to run it back, and your quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And just make those like the like main stars, and then fill the rest of your team up with Goombas and Turtles, and you all set to go. They can have power ups like where the Turtles transform into the Hammer Brothers. You know what I'm saying? They turn and transform into some of Koopa's kids. You know what I mean? I think they can do whatever they want with that. I think they can really do something with that idea. But just basketball is fine too. So yeah. So that's the 40th birthday for Mario. That's how I'm feeling. That's what I'm thinking for Mario. I think it's gonna be a great time. I do think they're gonna do something really cool at the park, especially whether it's like raspberry. Oh, that's so easy though. I feel like that's a cop out. I was just about to say do a cherry and blue raspberry like slushy or drink, but like you could do that now. You know what I'm saying? For the red cap and overalls.
It'll definitely be the cup. The cup be the main attraction. There'll probably be some overall cup.
Yeah, like an overall
or
cup.
something.
Yeah.
When they pour the strawberry in there or cherry or whatever, it'll be the red part. You know what I'm saying? But the cup be the denim and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, they got a special way of like putting it in there.
Cap. Then they put the Mario cap on top with the straw. You know what I'm saying? They should work for you. I should work for Nintendo.
Oh man. Yeah, so I think their 40th would be a good, interesting one. So our last conversation for today is not only is Mario turning 40, but we actually just passed the anniversary of the Switch once again this past week, and it has been a crazy long ride. I think we did the same thought when not here on the podcast, but just in retrospect, thinking about like how old you are from where this began, right? So even thinking in the 360 years, if you were born in 2005, by the time the 360 was over, it was 6-7 years later, So if you were 10 when that came out, you're 17 now. You know what I'm saying? If you were 12, you're 19. You graduated. So even in this sense, this is coming into the 8th year. If you were 8 years old, you are now 16. You are now old enough to drive, and the Switch has been around. So this may possibly be like the first console for some people, or for like younger individuals to have, and now you're like older, and you're like, this is the only system I know. Like, that's wild, right? Baby Sandstorm falls under that helm. She was born in 2014, But she didn't like the Wii U was out during that time, but she didn't really know games like that all the way up until the Switch, really. And it was like that was like her first real system to get her hands on. And so, with that being said, I know that we do this every year. You know, we got to do it one more time. And what's even crazier is this is actually going to be more than likely the last time that we talk about the Nintendo Switch in this light, right? Um, kind of, in this space. Hold on, let me see. Let me make sure that I get us in here. No, not me. Oh, that's why. That's why I did it wrong. I did it wrong because it's supposed to be like that. There we go. Yeah.
Oh man, there we go.
So once again, the last time that we will probably do this trailer, but the reveal trailer of the Nintendo Switch.
From the moment we met, you could see that I was filled with desire. Only one thing in common, baby, but our love is pure fire. As sure as the birds are the same, I wouldn't ask you to change one thing. So be yourself. Try to have a good time. Be yourself. Try to have a high, yeah. High, I wanted you like the desert wants a drink. I wanted you in the whole kitchen sink. So be yourself. And try to have a good time. Be yourself. Try to have a good time. Be Maybe a rambling man, but I can't be a one if you allow it. You're a mystery so deep, I could meet these wooden things to try and figure out it. I'm eating you like bacon needs eggs. I'm eating you and there's nothing more to say. So be yourself. And try to have a good time. Be yourself. Try to have a good time. Be yourself. And try to have a Nintendo Switch.
So it has been
Nintendo Switch.
all right. It has been 8 years of Nintendo Switch, man. That's crazy. So kind of just giving a retrospect of just looking into the past and everything that we've gotten out of the Switch. It's been a long ride, hasn't it? Super pause. Yeah, time flies. Time flies. And it's been crazy because I feel like for the most part we've been eating really well as Nintendo fans. So Vito and I think you and I have had a Nintendo system for every generation, at least since GameCube, right?
Yeah.
And so, I know this was like your first actually like own like Zelda. Your first time you said with the having like your own experience with Pokemon and stuff like that. So like this really set you up for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like the future of everything. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So of course, like my first Zelda was I forgot what that was, but it was N64, but it wasn't mine. It was my dad's. So you know what I'm saying? It was like I was still playing it, and it was in my house. You know, I was still like thing. So, but what was that? Was that Ocarina? No. What was that on the Super Nintendo?
Yeah, Ocarina. It was either Ocarina. No, it was Ocarina because it wasn't Majora's Mask.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was that, but you know, I played it up to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? I really wasn't like invested into it. This will be the first system I was actually invested into it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Switch definitely is a game changer. I think the concept of the Wii and the Wii U kind of being like in one and handheld kind of drove me into like basically getting this game. Besides you sitting up here like, oh yeah, come on, no. Besides you, I think that concept was just unique. Where I was like, yeah, no, they're always trendsetting there. Let me see what this is about. Let me see how I enjoy that. I think and being able to take it to work and play people in 2K. Which it didn't really turn out that way, but you know, just that thought process that I could, you know what I'm saying? That I think that was like a big thing. Another big thing was what game was that I was? Oh, I couldn't get Bayo unless I had
Yeah.
That was another big thing where I was like, oh yeah, I gotta see her. I
need my baby.
Yeah. So, but definitely, yeah. I've had the Wii. I've had the Wii U, and I've had this Switch. So, well, even before then, before the Wii was my GameCube, and I think I was invested in Nintendo a little more at that time because that was my only system at one point. But I got pulled away from it. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, things of that nature. I still had a Wii U and a Wii and all that stuff. It was just either later or I didn't play it as much. It was like the family joint. You know what I mean? Or I might have been the one playing it the most, but it still wasn't as much as But definitely, yeah, this Switch, it gives me. I find in my old age, my AD for some reason got worse, which is you know what I'm saying. That helps me You know what I'm saying? Like switch and have something new
Yeah.
or have something different to play, or you know what I'm saying? Let me get off in this this Zelda real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I really wasn't gonna buy Zelda. It was you and Nodo that had to try to, you know what I'm saying? Even with that, I still wasn't sold. I think what sold me was what was it that I was watching? I think it was maybe the presentation, maybe. Or something, or something sold me. I don't know.
Yeah, because I remember us doing the that was one of the episodes trying to.
Yeah. And I was like, but what? You know, I was asking y'all questions. I know what sold me. It was the fact that it was a game that made me mad, and I stopped playing it and started playing Tears of the Kingdom. Like I picked up Tears of the Kingdom because it got me mad. I was like,
Yeah, I remember you contacting me and being like, "Hey, so I picked up Tears of the Kingdom."
Yeah. What was it? What was the game that had me frustrated? Like, I can't remember. What was it? Forspoken?
Was it Forspoken? Nah, because I feel like because I know you beat that before I did.
No, it still took me a minute though. I came back to it. I stopped playing it for a minute. I don't know if it might have been that because I stopped playing it for a minute. Because she was really pissed. She was really teeing me off, like the way she kept just talking, and I was like, oh, shut up. Yeah, but no, like she was really taking me off. So it might have been Forspoken. But anyway, something took me off. Something led me to playing it. You know what I'm saying?
Exodius had Returnal. I don't think you had Returnal. Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, well then maybe he's right now.
No, it wasn't Returnal because Returnal was like at the beginning of. I didn't even have. Let me see. I had Returnal at the beginning of me having my PlayStation. That was actually my first game, my PS5. But I really didn't. I really didn't talk too much about that because I'll play it, and it was teeing me off because I had to keep getting restarted. But it definitely wasn't that. Definitely, it was definitely during the time that Tears of the Kingdom came out. So whatever that year was, whatever released. Because we were waiting on Hogwarts a year, right?
Hogwarts came first, though. You know what it could have been? Because I'm thinking about all the games. I think it might have been Jedi. Actually, yeah, I think it was. Because Jedi came out right before that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was because it kept. Yeah. It kept crashing. It kept
like,
going
I'm just waiting for the update,
Yep.
and the update ain't coming. So I just decided on Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was a packed year, man. And I Fallen Order, Tears of the Kingdom.
Forspoken started off.
Hogwarts.
Street Fighter was in that year.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6. Yeah,
that was a packed
year.
So even just thinking about it in retrospect, the question was asked if you ever thought the Switch was gonna sell as much as it did at 150 million. I don't think so. But I will say, and I'm pretty sure I told Vito this like early, like the idea that they came with, I knew it was gonna click. Like, they just took the concept that they had with the Wii U and just put it in reverse, right? And it was like, yeah, this is it. Like this, like knowing Japan, and I think that's what you actually said that before that. And for me, was like knowing Japan and how much they love the mobile, like the mobile stuff.
Like for the fact that this is just a mobile device that you can put on your TV, at your game console, and you got like all your regular games. Like it was going, if it wasn't gonna click in America, it was definitely gonna click in Japan. Like just an available online network everywhere you go. Like that was easy for them. That was an easy move. Yo, what up, man? Everybody is coming through today. What up, Shadow?
Everybody.
Nobody thought Switch was going to do more than 40 mil, according to press at the time. Yeah, which is wild to me. I definitely knew that it was going to sell. I just didn't think it was going to sell this well. And I'm happy it did, because we ended up getting like a crazy amount of games. And I'm not talking about miracle ports or anything like that, but playing Breath of the Wild for the first time and looking into that world, that was crazy. Like the first experience is like a game this big was wild to me. And playing a 3D Mario game after not having one for so long, you know, that was a great experience. We got Doom and Doom Eternal on the system, and like games just started slowly flooding in. You know what I'm saying? Like third-party games, we were getting a bunch of third-party games, and like even now, like I owned a PC. Did I own the PC before the Switch came out? No, but not too soon after the Switch came out.
Yeah, you started building after.
So it's crazy because there's even games that are available for my PC that may even be lower price, but I'll still pick the Switch version over it because of like the mobility aspect, right? So just being able to go anywhere and still play that game and still enjoy that game. And I think I said this early on in 2016 when we got that first reveal trailer, is like this is the real grown-up system. Like this is the system for parents. Like this is not a normal Nintendo, not even like a normal Sony or Microsoft system. And what I've meant by that is like, if you were a parent and you had kids anywhere from 1 to 14, like this is the system for you, because of how much time you have to put in to like pay attention to your kids and make sure stuff is good, especially if they're babies. Like this is that system where you can still play stuff and not have to seclude yourself off, right? There was no other system like that at the time, back in 2017. Not in this form factor to be able to do those kind of things, right? So like having a baby, if you had a baby during that time, like you could just, you know, cuddle up the baby like this, get the bottle on one side, you know what I'm saying? And I remember even baby Sandstorm being like, she was like a few years old, and I remember like if this was her bottle, like she would have the bottle and I would try and play games and I would use my chin. I'd be like, you know, trying to hold it up, trying to balance it so she would still drink out the bottle while I was playing the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it just made it that much easier that you didn't have to like still be looking up. You know, it could still the Switch could still be in your hands at the time to be able to play those games. And one of the games that I give like really a whole lot of credit for, and I'm kind of mad that Nintendo didn't like really push the idea of it. And kind of thinking back, I don't think they ever really pushed it to that level anyway, was the Rumble, right? So like when we first got the Rumble Pack went with everything. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 64, you pop in the Rumble Pack, it went with Star Fox, with Zelda, like everything. Feeling that the heavy weight of the controller lifting a little more, and like, you know what I'm saying, all the time. And then, but like from that point on, it was never really like utilized in a different way. 1-2 Switch did that. I told I told on the Bye podcast that like, and Vito can attest to this. I used to be like the Nintendo salesman, like in our in our city. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I would show up. I would show up on Sundays with the GameCube in the car with the TV. You know, the little TV, the screen ad on, and we would be playing. We would be playing GameCube in the car. You know, like I was always that proof of concept.
Yeah.
The Wii came around. I used to bring it over friends' houses so they can play bowling, so they'd be blown away by the bowling thing. The Wii U came around. I used to take friends' houses so they could see the one person playing on the screen while the other one was playing on the TV, and it was all one game. And they were just so with the Switch, 1-2 Switch was like that thing for me. And just being able to take the ball rolling thing, that one, guessing how many metaphorical balls are in the Switch, which was like the representative of a box. Pause. And it just being able to slide the controller and feel them rolling, like that blew my mind. Just knowing that it was just a motor, like the motor isn't even moving, but you could feel like they were moving around. You could shake it. You can actually hear like multiple ones like bouncing off on the inside. And I'm like, yo, this is wild. Like HD Rumble is real. Like, what are we gonna take? And I think also too early in our videos, I was saying like, can you imagine having a Call of Duty where you could take you would shoot the gun and you could actually feel the bullets popping out of the chamber, the shells popping out of the chamber. I'm like, that's how real but it never happened, right? But over the years, we've gotten a bunch of great games, and just memorable moments. Vito, as well as in the chat, because I haven't put this in the chat. Let me put this in the topics. Let's see. Topic 2. What is, and I'll start off with Vito and then I'll go into the chat. Vito, what are some of your favorite games? Well, one, what are some of your favorite games from the Nintendo Switch? They don't all have to be first party, just first party, third party, just Nintendo Switch. And what are some of your most memorable moments? Let's say what are your just in no particular order, 5 or 6 favorite games from the Switch, and then some memorable moments that you've had with the Nintendo Switch and gaming.
As far as the moments, I really can't attest to that, but the games that I truly enjoyed was Tears of the Kingdom, Pokemon Violet, kind of more recent type stuff. I did, like I said, I mentioned this earlier, I did enjoy the Mario Tennis that came out and the Mario Golf that came out on the Switch. Smash Bros. I don't know, that felt regular. But yeah, the Mario Tennis and which Mario Tennis, like that surprised me, especially with like how it did this little adventure mode. That was dope. I was like, oh snap, that is
I hope
creative.
they bring that back for the Mario Switch or Mario for Switch 2.
Yeah. So I mean, Mario Kart is always Mario Kart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna have fun and fall out. That's like playing Uno. But yeah. Tears of the Kingdom, Bayonetta, 2 and 3. Let me see. Pokemon Arceus.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Arceus.
I gotta like go into my thing and actually like.
Marvel.
Oh yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Marvel joint. Ultimate Alliance. Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely dope
There it is.
on the Switch. I had some disappointments too, of course. The soccer
Mario
thing
Strikers.
disappointed. Yeah, that definitely disappointed me. I was like, you missed the opportunity. You could have like at least put like a story mode in there. How did we even get to this point? You know what I'm saying? Like for the people that didn't play Strikers on the other stuff, like how did we even get here? Like why are we in space? And it's like what is going on? Like why is the field two different things? Why can't we do that? Like what is like how did we get here? But yeah, that was I feel like that was a missed opportunity right there. Let me see. There was another one that was kind of disappointed in.
Mario Golf? Because I was gonna say Mario Golf.
No, I was like I said, I was liking golf.
Okay.
I was straight with golf. Even though I mean, like you said, you didn't like it.
I liked it at
I
first.
was cool.
Then I realized there was some tomfoolery in there.
Man, what was I had another one I disliked. And I was like, nah, that missed me. I don't know, but anyway, even playing some of the demos and stuff like that, because you know, Nintendo, I like the fact that almost a lot of their games have demos, and you can, you know, if you're not too sure of it, you can test it out and see what's going on with it. So, you know, it definitely it gave me a nostalgia, you know what I'm saying, especially with that, because like I said, I'm not saying that on the other system that games don't have demos, but I felt like Nintendo had more options for demos than the other one, especially for their main parties. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I was like, oh snap, okay, yeah. Let me check this out. Let me check this out. Give me a chance to decide if I really want to, you know, purchase the whole game. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed that. There were some games I still didn't get that I'm still probably still gonna mess around and mess around, dabble with a little later on, especially when I remember. I have to remember, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, I think what was one game that I wanted to test out? Never. All right, so definitely, I don't know if this is coming out for this Switch or the Switch 2, but the Xenochronicles.
Oh, bro! Oh my gosh! Oh, you gotta have so much fun. You're gonna have so much fun with that.
It was one that Jay told me about a while. Not Jay. Jack told me about a while back. Well, not told me about. I knew about this game. I just never played it, and I think you even told me that. Like, no, I get it, but it was it's like Astro something or Astro some game that had like mechs and stuff in it and stuff. So I gotta check that out. I can't remember what it was though.
Daemon X Machina?
Help me out. No, it was Astro.
Oh, you're talking about Astro Chain.
Something like that.
Yeah, the other platinum game. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely wanted probably dabble in that here as well. You know what I'm saying? Just see what's going on. You know, there was, like I said, there's stuff I missed because I'm juggling like about 3 other systems as well. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to overload myself with a lot of games. But there's still some stuff I want to mess with. But as far as like what I got, those are the ones I enjoy.
Yeah, oh man. So you picked some really good ones. And as I'm like looking through my collection, there's like a lot of stuff like rolling in my mind, like, oh yeah, but what about this? But what about this? But what about this? So I have to pause the music for this. I'm gonna have to say, at least I can only speak for me in this, but the Switch, mechanic wise, I don't know if it's my favorite system of all time, but off of the sheer amount of games and nostalgia, is by far one of my favorite systems of all time. It is my favorite system of all time. There's so many games that like came into the past that I'm like and have showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like Vito and I was going crazy over the trilogy of the Star Wars, the Jedi trilogy. You know what I'm saying? Like and me and Vito, like Vito knows that like that's one of my favorite games. You know what I'm saying? Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy. That game goes in. That's in my opinion, that's still like the best. I like Jedi Survivor and Outcast. Yeah, Jedi Outcast and Jedi Survivor. They do a decent job at lightsaber, but it ain't nothing like it ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Create your own character and have your own lightsaber and put in the work. You know, like and the fact that came to Switch, that was crazy. Pod Racer came to Switch, that was crazy. And that's all with N64, and you can play all the games online with GoldenEye. Oh, stop it! That was a wrap. Like, like that is crazy. And same with Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo for all things. Super Nintendo didn't even have online, and now we got online for Super Nintendo with all these games. Like that's wild to me. You know what I'm saying? Games that should have that I won't say should never have came to the Switch, but like just some of your old nostalgias. You know what I'm saying? Just popping up on the Switch. Some games that were like under the radar, but were still like real dope. Unicorn Chronicles, or Unicorn Overlord. That's those kind of games, and showing up as RPGs. Like man, like just so the sheer amount of games that were on the system that you can play and enjoy. Like it's wild. So I got a few that I picked out here. Most of these are first party, but I am gonna say some third party things that like stood out for me. The original Shin Megami Tensei 5. This is actually, to be honest with you, the first, and it's actually in the plastic to metal case, like the actual metal case. That's what I liked about it too. Why my metal case is upside down though is weird to me. Anyway, or maybe it was right side up. Maybe that was the right way. It was the right way. That's crazy. I was holding it upside down. But I always thought it was dope that this case was actually metal. Like that's tight. Yeah. But this was the first time that I actually got to experience an actual not spin-off of the Shin Megami / Persona series. So like Persona I've played before, but not really too much. I've played other people's Persona. And then on the Wii U, they had the like Persona Cross Fire Emblem game. And that was like the first of the Persona games that I got to play. But this was like for real, like the first one that I really got to experience and absolutely love this game. Still play it, actually. Next one, like Vito said, Pokemon Arceus. It's just wild that we got the catch mechanic in this and was like, you know, doing the sneaking and all that stuff, and how you were fighting was different. The sheer watercolor painting look, that was crazy. And we got this after we got like, it's almost like they tried to catch us up in some ways, like with the original Pokemon Go doing the like, you know, the Kanto region, the original region. Then you got Diamond and Pearl, those games. Then you got Sword and Shield, and then you know Arceus, followed by like the Pokemon games have been going crazy on here, and it's been fun. It's been cool to transfer your Pokemon over, even though I never use my Pokemon. I always use the ones from the new region. This is strange because I never touched my Pokemon. Again, pause. But yeah, so. Daemon X Machina, you know, this was the spiritual successor to Armored Core at the time, before Armored Core 6 came out. This game plays faster than that game, even that game. It plays faster than Love this game. Still haven't finished it though, but I played the mess out of this game and still enjoy it. This is definitely great. Where did that come from? Can I take that off? They can't see it, but I can see it. Yeah, do that. Cool. Luigi's Mansion. Oh, you can't see it because he's green screened.
Yeah, the green screen. I mean, we can see
You
it,
can
but
see
it's
him,
just
but
the
yeah.
green parts. it
Mario
go
on the
poof.
other side.
Is
Yeah,
that see-through?
Mario on the other side is fully green screened out. But a return to the world in this game, that was crazy. Like, and visually, this is probably one of the best looking Switch games, period. Like, easily one of the best Switch games, period. Before I go through my rest, because I see y'all like throwing out, I see everybody throwing out theirs. Let me go back. Where did I put? There it is. Okay. Ib said Astro Chains, FTW. J Big said, of course, Mario Odyssey, which is in this lineup. Yes, the beautiful Mario Odyssey, which the A in here is also green screened as rest of the planet. TOFK. What's TOFK? Oh, I think he means Tot K. Breath of the Wild, Metroid Prime Remastered, both Doom games, all Resident Evil games after 4, 3D World, Wonder Crisis, Metro 2033, all others, and others all made the cut. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it's a lot. He said about 45 or 50, which I'll agree. I was trying to condense it, and it's still really hard. If said, I'm happy to see Nintendo care enough to bring back another code and a new Endless Ocean. Right. Hopefully they will give Punch-Out, Pilot Wings, and Paltalion Wars another shot. I hope so too. I definitely hope so too. With the Switch 2 coming. Like I feel like because of the success of this system, anything is on the table at this point for in the future. They can bring out Wave Race and all these other things, and I definitely think they will hit. Like I definitely think there's no problem why they wouldn't be successful. Especially Wave Race. I feel like online, if you put Wave Race online, I mean, it is already online, the 64 version, but if you put the Wave Race online, you give them a creative kit, bro. Wow. There would be, I don't know. That might be my life. That might be my life at that point. He said, J-Big said, Switch, hands down, is my favorite system of all time. Almost all the retro games I like are available to play on Switch NSO, which is great. NSO was such a good move for them, such a lucrative and good move. Squared said, and Switch 2 is 99% backwards compatible with Switch. Oh, 2, yeah. Ring Fit and 1-2 Switch are probably the exceptions because of the IR camera on the right Joy-Con. You never know, because the original Joy-Cons sound like they're backwards compatible or are compatible with the Switch 2 as well. So still may be a possibility, bro. And Labo. I think Labo is more than likely. Ib said I gotta shoot. It's 2:30 a.m. So thank you, sir. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you, Ib. Shadow said best games to play on the Switch, might leave the reserve for the future vid, but it was really cool to play collections like Xenoblade, Pikmin, Luigi's Mansion, Bayonetta, and all the Final Fantasy games on one system. I forgot we got the old Final Fantasy 7 too. That is wild. It almost, to be honest with you, I've looked at Final Fantasy 7 a few times and it's like, next time, baby, next time. and my Terrence Howard voice. Next time. Squared said my most memorable moment with Switch is actually around the time Sonic Mania came out, because my lost dog for 10 months. Oh, because he lost his dog for 10 months since the Switch trailer came out was finally found. Oh, Wow, that's what's up, yo. That's amazing. Sonic Mania was the first Switch game I played with complete relief, no grief or stress. That's awesome. That's awesome. So Mario Odyssey, top tier, and then Age of Calamity, is definitely one of my games. So there's also some other games that I put in there as like really memorable and really nostalgic games. One of those games, if I can get this whole thing to sit right, there we go. One of those games actually is a game called Luminous. It is definitely, it's like one of my chill games. Like if I'm going through any kind of stress and I really don't want to put any progress into a game or put any thought or any action into a game and just like be pushing buttons. Yeah, it takes a lot of brain power, but like for me, it's just kind of a sit back and chill. Luminous is my game, and they actually put Luminous on the Switch. So happy for that. So happy for that. All the Tales game, not all of them, but they have Tales games on there. Tales of Vesperia is the one I'm playing now, which is like, but Tales of Symphonia is on there, which is one of my favorite Tales games of all time. And it's crazy just how the scope of how many games are on there for you. And it's wild that it did so successful without, yeah, no, Terrence Howard never got that next time. It's such a shame. They can still make it happen though, which is wild. They can still make it happen because of the multiverse. And he could just suit up.
Nope. You can't come back. You can't come back. Nope.
You don't want to, huh? You don't want you.
Nope.
But yeah, it's just the wide scope of it, and the Switch sold so well without having Grand Theft Auto 5. It eventually got Red Dead Redemption, but not 2. The original Red Dead Redemption, which is even crazy in that. Like it had Red Dead Redemption. It had the GTA trilogy. It never had a Call of Duty. It never had a Madden game. Like those kind of accolades are found on some of the highest selling systems, and this one did it without any of those. But that's what made it so great, that the system had so much character to it. Like I'm just talking about it and I'm getting hyped. And now, and to be honest with you, when this streamer is over, I was gonna play Baldur's Gate, but now I'm like entitled to play like my Switch. Now I feel like, dang, I actually want to play my Switch right now. But just how many games came out of the Nintendo Switch life, and how many developers ended up jumping on, whether it was early or later in the life cycle. Bandai Namco helped make the Smash Bros game. Talked about how certain games they had wouldn't work on the system, only for those games to come out. Kakarot's on the system. Fighters is on the system. We got both of the Xenoverses on the system. Like it's crazy. Control is on the system. Ace Combat 7 or 6 is on the system. Oh my goodness. I think it was just definitely a good generation to be a Nintendo fan, and really to get all the games, or get a lot of the games, I should say, not all of the games, but get a lot of the games that the other systems were getting and enjoying them. And some of them were good ports. Other ones were like, meh. But overall, I think it was a good generation. How about you, Vito?
Yeah, no, it was a good generation.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to see what they have in store.
Yeah,
for us next
I'm
week.
excited too. I think coming off the heels of the original Switch, I feel like they've got
a great opportunity to capitalize on. What's crazy too? I remember when they said Arkham Knight couldn't run on the Switch either, and Arkham Knight is now on the Switch. So it's it's one of those things where it's just like everybody was trying to get something to put on the Switch so they can make a little money, which is great. So we say all that to say happy birthday, 8th birthday again to the Nintendo Switch. This may be the last year that you are around in the main light before your younger brother comes through. But we thoroughly enjoyed you coming through and holding it down for Nintendo fans after the experience with the Wii U. So with that being said, that is all that we have for this Stormcast. Real quickly here, before I let Vito pimp out what he has to throw out. Yesterday was the new Nami. And if you guys didn't get a chance to check it out, make sure you go over to Nodoka Yuy's channel and check out the latest episode of New Nami where we talk about anime. I did not get a chance to be on, but it was a great episode nonetheless, so definitely go over there and check it out. With that being said, Vito, what do you got up for us?
So earlier today at 1 o'clock, me and Jay did Let's Talk over on the WinginIT channel. So if you haven't got a chance, please check that out. We talked about Captain America, New World Order, which is a good movie. We actually liked it. Of course, we ignored all the critics and what they had to say about it, which is, hey, we knew that was coming anyway. But definitely check us out over there. We talk about that, and like Sandstorm said, Nunami yesterday we talked about soul leveling, the last episode or the recent episode. I don't want to say last episode. The recent episode with the emotional situation going on and the backlash as far as the dislikes, on that situation. We talked about that. So just hear us out. Hear what we talked about. You know what I'm saying? Nodoka Yuy was doing much more of the frustration talk than I was about that whole situation. So definitely check out his opinion. He has a valid point on all of that. Plus, on top of that, we want you guys to since you like basically come over here and you're involved over here. We know you guys watch anime too, so we want y'all guys over there as well. So just check us out one good time over there on the Nunami show. Of course, when Sandstorm's on, we stream here as well. He'll share the link on the Sandstorm show. But definitely go over to the channel, support that as well. We need some more supporters, more people engaged with our community over there. To be honest, all three of us, I have to talk to Sandstorm after this, but all three of us, we will have something for you guys. So that's why we kind of want you guys to really just get involved with us and stuff like that. We'll have something special for you guys in the near future. Just stay tuned for that announcement as far as like involving you guys, like specifically you guys. Like it's kind of like giveaway, but not really. But just stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? We'll come back with that news and stuff like that. But it involves you going to the Nunami show and of course the Vitoverse and here. So we need you guys on all three channels, guys. We need all the support we can get. So that's all I got.
And for here on the Sandstorm Rebirth channel, you know how we do. Every Saturday at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow is the WinginIT podcast. And unfortunately, I did not make it, even though I had only intentions to make it last week. I will definitely be there this week. Definitely. Like, everybody's getting put to the back burner. Like, I'm not helping none of y'all. Don't ask me for nothing. Don't look for me for nothing. I ain't helping you. I'm on a WinginIT podcast at 7 o'clock. So, the WinginIT podcast is tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Make sure you're there to check it out as well. On Monday is the Jill podcast, the Juice is Loose podcast, at 7 o'clock as well. You can find Shadow as well as Action Jack and Andre and Jay and Vicky and whoever else is guesting at the time over on the Winging It podcast, and Mr. T and Robert and Retro and Terrell and Locked It
Vito.
and and Vito and and Juice on the Juice is Loose podcast. So with that being said, actually, we also have something coming up for you guys for the April 2nd announcement. It rhymes with which, who, and sounds something like live away. So
we're gonna live.
Yeah. So if you want to know more about the which, who, live away.
Which who are you talking about?
Make sure you guys show up for April 2nd.
Where do they live? Where do they live? Is it away?
It's something that rhymes with that. So if you guys want to know more about that, make sure you guys show up, whether it's on the Winging It podcast or on the Stormcast, and we will have more details on that. But thank you, Jay Biggs, my boy Shadow, Exodia, Squared, Ibs, Brent Smith, Dark Void, Gamebird again, appreciate you. Samo, thank you for showing up. Joyce E, appreciate you coming through. And RJ. Oh dang, RJ like kind of snuck in here. I didn't even see his.
Yeah, you had a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, I
here,
didn't even see RJ show up. That's crazy.
Early
Yeah, but
there.
thank you all. Yeah, and T too, Dark Sunrider. Thank you all, and Lack. Thank you for coming through as well. Man, yeah, y'all snuck up on a brother. Pause. We thank you guys so much for coming through, and we will see you guys tomorrow.